The Sandeshkhali horror unfolds in Bengal. Shattered accusers demand justice. No Mamata for Sandeshkhali's women?
যারা মুখে মাস্ক পরে পরে ছবি তুলছে ধরাও পড়েছে বিজেপির কর্মী
BJP and Congress up in arms demand a fair probe.
हम लोग जरूर आऊंगा और संदेशखाली पीड़ित को लेकर जितना दूर तक जाना चाहिए जाऊंगा. यह हम लोग का कमिटमेंट है. अपनी बंगाल क्वीन ऑफ क्रुएल्टी.
A chilling and unfolding tale of abuse and despair. The big focus on 5 Live. Viewer, on the Unnao rape victim in 2019, Mamata Banerjee had rightly said cruelty has no limitations. In Sandeshkhali, Mamata calls the rape accusers BJP agents. On the Hathras rape victim in 2020, Mamata Banerjee had rightly said the crime was barbaric and shameful. In Sandeshkhali, Mamata says the accusers are BJP agents. On India's wrestling champions who alleged a campaign of molestation, rape and harassment by a sitting BJP MP, Brij Bhushan Sharan, Mamata Banerjee rightly held a rally to support them, promising to get the protesting champions justice. In Sandeshkhali, the rape accusers she calls BJP agents. A decade ago, Mamata Banerjee in a political rally famously dug up a 19-year-old rape case that took place under the previous left government under Jyoti Basu's rule and promised justice for the helpless victim's family. In Sandeshkhali, under her own government, Mamata Banerjee has made up her mind that the women accusers are paid agents of the BJP. 2 years ago, Mamata made headlines for shockingly wondering out loud if a teenage rape and murder victim in Nadia district was pregnant and had been involved in a love affair. Unsurprisingly, the prime accused in the case was a Trinamool leader. That shocking comment seemed in some ways to foretell the manner in which Mamata Banerjee has dealt so far with the allegations made by women in Sandeshkhali. Not only has it amplified the famous selectivity that Mamata Banerjee employs depending on which side the accused belongs to in a rape case, it has also painted her entire women power brigade as shallow, hypocritical armies fueled by carefully selective outrage, where anger is not principled, where outrage is not driven by the nature of the allegations, and due process is contaminated and dictated by who the fingers are pointing at. The facade of Nari Shakti that Mamata Banerjee never fails to trumpet stands deeply compromised today, because that's the thing about crimes against women, viewer. It's not just about doing the right thing, it's about being seen to be doing the right thing. To be clear, Mamata's delayed, hot-tempered reaction to the Sandeshkhali allegations are typical of her politics. Remember, Mamata's ill-tempered reaction to the infamous Park Street rape incident in Kolkata all those years ago. Remember what Mamata Banerjee had said at that time? The Chief Minister of West Bengal is suspicious constantly, seeing the hand of her enemies, always wary of conspiracies, in this case by the BJP. The problem arises when you sacrifice the principles of due process and natural justice for those political suspicions. The same principles that her mouthpieces, the Nari Shakti Brigade, constantly and correctly shout about when it comes to women's safety. By impulsively naming the women accusers of Sandeshkhali BJP agents, we don't know if they are. Only a court will finally perhaps say. But by doing so before a full investigation, Mamata confirms that her view of rape and crimes against women is compromised and colored by politics. As I've said before on this show, all parties, BJP, the Congress, the Samajwadi Party, the Shiv Sena, the NCP, BSP, whoever it is, they're all guilty of selective outrage and selective softness depending on who the rape accused is. It's the sick, diseased reality of our politics that even something as stark and terrible as rape must come with the ball and chain of party affiliations and loyalties. I've said it before and I'll say it again, viewer, and I'll say it a number of times if needed. Stop my rape versus your rape. India can do better. India definitely deserves better. And we've got some breaking news coming in now on this story. The BJP Trinamool war over Sandeshkhali is escalating with each passing hour. The BJP has now hit back the ruling Trinamool in Bengal after a BJP committee was stopped from visiting the village of Sandeshkhali, where these allegations of rape against Trinamool leaders have been leveled for days now. After meeting the governor, this BJP delegation has said that they will soon meet the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, and will also move a higher court to get permission to visit the restive village of Sandeshkhali.
যদি মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর মনে হয় যে যারা মুখ ঢেকে কথা বলছে তারা বিজেপির কর্মী, তাহলে এত ভয় কিসের? তাহলে বিজেপিকে যেতে দিচ্ছেন না কেন? আদালতে আমরা তো চাইছি সিবিআই ইনভেস্টিগেশন হোক। কতজন বিজেপির কর্মী, হাজার হাজার মহিলারা সেদিনকে মুখ ঢেকে লাঠি নিয়ে যে রাস্তায় নেমে প্রতিবাদ করেছে, তারা কতজন বিজেপির কর্মী দেখা যাক। সিবিআই তদন্ত হোক। ভয় পাচ্ছেন কেন মুখ্যমন্ত্রী?
किस तरह से पुलिस का काम नहीं कर रही है, वर्दी पहनकर वो टीएमसी का गुंडा बन के बैठा हुआ है। जब हम लोग रामपुर में थे, वीडियो कॉल के माध्यम से वो रो रो कर बता रही थी, वो चेहरा ढक रही थी और पीछे से पुलिस उसको मार रही है। तो बिल्कुल देखें तो जिस तरह की घटना, ये घटना सभ्य समाज में कहीं भी शोभा नहीं देता। कोई भी इसको, जिसकी भी बदसरना करे इस घटना की, जितना भी निंदा करे वो कम है। तो निश्चित रूप से इस घटना को लेकर हम लोग आज राज्यपाल जी से भी मिले, आगे भी इस पर हम
Let's go straight across to India. Today's Hrithik Mondal for a ground sense of what the latest is. Hrithik, the BJP versus Trinamool, political allegations are obviously running parallel to the concern over whether an investigation is actually happening. I care less about Trinamool versus BJP and more about the allegations that have been leveled against these women. The West Bengal police says no allegations of this kind have come forward. The women on India Today's cameras are saying we are not being allowed to lodge these complaints. Where is this investigation? Is there any investigation actually taking place?
Well, Shiv, as per the investigation is concerned, we are given to understand there are a high level, all-women 10-member committee that has been formed, and the cops are investigating thoroughly the matter into the allegations raised by women, how they were subjected to crime, how they were tortured for a prolonged time. But we are given to understand they spoke to the women widely, those who hails from the Sandeshkhali area, but there is no specific complaint of sexual assault as far as the sexual tortures is concerned. We are given to understand from the police sources that they are claiming there is no specific complaint related to the sexual assault against women, but the widely women are speaking in front of the camera how time and again they were tortured, they are suffering kind of thing that happened in the medieval history, and there is shameful for a society of which belongs to 2024, and questions are being raised against the role of that administration, but investigations are on. As per the Chief Minister of West Bengal is concerned, she categorically stated already 17 people have been arrested with several charges into this matter, and they are trying to die down the anger among the women. They will definitely inquire. Nobody will be left. No stone will be unturned. No stone will be unturned into this matter. But what we are given to understand, Chief, categorically, at a time when situation is simmering, people are really pleading for justice over there, and police is busy quite engaging their forces to stop opposition, which is why BJP took the decision currently to move to higher court while they are timing in trying to visit Sandeshkhali. So war at a time when war of words are escalating, investigations are on, but it would be interesting to see how far people there they will deliver justice.
Okay, stay with me, Hrithik. I want to go across to Anirban Sinha, also joining us live from Sandeshkhali in West Bengal. This is the village where where these allegations and where all this tension has been taking place. Anirban, the BJP has been trying to reach there. The Congress has also been trying to reach there. What is the situation on the ground in the village right now?
Well, see, the situation is very tense because the people over here, we are here from last 2 days, and the people over here were very tense because the political things are also rising day by day with this Sandeshkhali incident. As we all know today, the six-member delegation team of BJP tried visiting the Sandeshkhali area, but they were stopped. After that, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, the Congress delegates with leadership of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, tried to enter the area, but they were also stopped. The main question now arises from the oppositions that why TMC government, why Mamata Banerjee is stopping the opposition to enter the tension-hit Sandeshkhali. If there is nothing, if there is no tension, if there is no scuffle inside, then why repeatedly they were being stopped and been not allowed to enter the Sandeshkhali area? As well as Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has given a defeating reply to Mamata Banerjee. He said that Mamata is the queen of cruelty, as well as he proposed that the central force, the deployment of central force should be done immediately to have a bigger look inside. Shiv.
Okay, Anirban, stay safe. We'll continue to come to you. Tension continues to grip Sandeshkhali. The unrest in this village in the North 24 Parganas district continues, as Anirban says, as protesters continue to be there. A notable presence of women continuing to demand the arrest of Trinamool local Zilla Parishad leader Shajahan Sheikh, who's been absconding now for an amazing 42 days. Well, amidst all this chaos, a fact-finding team was stopped by the police midway. A petition has also been filed in the Supreme Court demanding an SIT, a special investigation team probe, or by the CBI. Here's the very latest of what happened today. Unprecedented scenes from Rampur near Sandeshkhali.
आपके आगे हाथ जोड़ रहे हैं, हम उन महिलाओं को न्याय देने दीजिए। ये लगता है कि उन महिलाओं के साथ अत्याचार होने में कहीं आप लोग यहाँ की लोकल पुलिस भी मिली हुई तो नहीं है, कि लोकल पुलिस भी कहीं वहाँ की मिली हुई तो नहीं है।
बिल्कुल, हम लोग जाना चाहते हैं, आप जाने दो। पुलिस को तो स्वतः ले जाना चाहिए। आपको तो आपके प्रोटेक्शन में चलेंगे, अगर सजग होती तो शायद ये ना होता, आज ये स्थिति उसकी ना होती। अगर इतना ही सजग होके वहाँ पे प्रहरी के रूप में आप काम करती।
6-member BJP fact-finding committee stopped from going to Sandeshkhali on Friday. The team held a dharna protest on the spot. The delegation was sent by BJP President JP Nadda to meet the women who had accused local Trinamool leaders of sexual assault and to submit a report.
आज जिस मुस्तैदी के साथ पश्चिम बंगाल की पुलिस यहाँ पे खड़ी है, पुलिस खड़ी है, रोक रही है, यही मुस्तैदी शेख शाहजहां को पकड़ने में क्या होता कि उस समय अगर सजग हुए होते तो आज ये समय, ये दिन न देखना पड़ता।
और वहाँ पे मारपीट कर रहे हैं, क्यों? उन लोगों ने हम लोगों को साथ बात किए है, उसको मार रहे हैं, लाइव आप लोगों ने देखा है। इसी से पता चलता है क्यों हम लोगों को अंदर घुसने नहीं दिया। वेस्ट बंगाल में तालिबानी शासन चल रहा है, वहाँ का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर फुल्ली ब्रेकडाउन किया है।
The team returned to Kolkata and met Bengal Governor CV Ananda Bose to update him about the situation.
যদি মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর মনে হয় যে যারা মুখ ঢেকে কথা বলছে তারা বিজেপির কর্মী, তাহলে এত ভয় কিসের? তাহলে বিজেপিকে যেতে দিচ্ছেন না কেন? আদালতে আমরা তো চাইছি সিবিআই ইনভেস্টিগেশন হোক। কতজন বিজেপির কর্মী, হাজার হাজার মহিলারা সেদিনকে মুখ ঢেকে লাঠি নিয়ে যে রাস্তায় নেমে প্রতিবাদ করেছে, তারা কতজন বিজেপির কর্মী দেখা যাক, সিবিআই তদন্ত হোক। ভয় পাচ্ছেন কেন মুখ্যমন্ত্রী?
The National Commission for Scheduled Castes team that visited Sandeshkhali on Thursday has submitted a report to President Draupadi Murmu demanding presidential rule in the state.
जब 338 में किसी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अनुसूचित जाति वर्गों को, लोगों को उनको सेव नहीं कर सकता है तो उसे सत्ता में रहने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। हम लोग क्लियरली लिख के दिया है, प्रेसिडेंट रूल्स इज मैंडेटरी नाउ।
आपने रेकमेंड किया कि प्रेसिडेंट रूल लगना चाहिए वेस्ट बंगाल में,
प्रेसिडेंट रूल के लिए लिख के दिया।
A public interest litigation has also been filed in the Supreme Court demanding a probe by a special investigation team or the CBI. The Mamata Banerjee government is under fire from all quarters. Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary also attempted to reach Sandeshkhali but was blocked.
বাংলার মুখ্যমন্ত্রী এই মুহূর্তে আপনার জন্য একটাই উপাধি আমার তরফ থেকে, You are a Bengali queen of cruelty. আপনি বাংলার নৃশংসতার এক রানী, ক্ষমতায় থেকে এই বাংলাকে আপনি নৃশংসতার বাংলায় রূপান্তরিত করেছেন। আপনাকে ধিক্কার। সন্দেশখালী আজকে আপনি আটকাচ্ছেন, কাল আটকাবেন। বাংলার মানুষ আজ জেনে ফেলেছে আপনাকে, ভারতবর্ষের মানুষ আজ জেনে ফেলেছে আপনাকে।
The Trinamool has held the BJP responsible for the unrest.
देखिए, नड्डा जी का जो डेलीगेशन है वो तो यूपी बिहार जाना चाहिए, यूपी जाना चाहिए, एमपी जाना चाहिए, वहां पर जाना चाहिए। यूपी जाना चाहिए, एमपी जाना चाहिए, त्रिपुरा जाना चाहिए, मणिपुर जाना चाहिए। क्या मणिपुर में भाजपा का डेलीगेशन वहां पर गए? बंगाल पूरा देश में सबसे वो वीमेन के लिए सुरक्षित है।
Sandeshkhali is on the boil after many women leveled allegations of sexual assault against associates of Shajahan Sheikh. The Trinamool strongman has been absconding ever since his supporters attacked an enforcement directorate team that went to raid him in an alleged ration scam early in January. With Ritik Mondal in Sandeshkhali, West Bengal, Bureau Report, India Today. And we've got some details coming in of the Supreme Court panel report in the Sandeshkhali violence. Sources telling India Today that the Supreme Court panel has recommended President's rule in West Bengal. The panel has mentioned that there is a complete breakdown of law and order in the state. The panel has also said the accused should be tried under this is the scheduled caste panel, I beg your pardon, not the Supreme Court panel, my mistake. The panel also says the accused should be tried under Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act. So this was the Scheduled Caste panel, remember, that had visited Sandeshkhali a couple of days ago and had conducted its own ground investigation. This Scheduled Caste panel has recommended President's rule in West Bengal, has observed a complete breakdown in law and order in the state after looking at what's happening in Sandeshkhali, and it says the accused should be tried under the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act. Okay, I want to go across now to India Today's Shweta Singh, our managing editor, who's been at Sandeshkhali. She's been, she visited there just a short while ago. She's still very close there. Shweta, what did this is a story that has become clouded in very, very tense and angry politics. We don't even know for sure if a proper investigation has happened. The police has said, no allegations have been, leveled officially with them, etc. But we've seen these victims on our cameras. What did you see when you were there?
So, Shiv, when we have to go to Sandeshkhali, it's a long, long way. Just 75 kilometers from Kolkata. But I traveled by road, then I traveled by a boat, and then I traveled by a rickshaw inside the village. So it might be just 75 kilometers, but it's actually 3 hours away. That is to say, if you get the ferry at the right moment, the boat at the right moment. When I went there, and especially when I had heard the political parties actually mudslinging and the TMC and specifically the Chief Minister raising questions on those women, I was a little apprehensive that perhaps I will have to actually go looking for those women specifically who have made these allegations. But to my surprise, whichever part of the village I went to, while the women covered their entire face and they were really, really scared of speaking in front of camera, they were really scared of having their identity go out, all of them spoke about the atrocities. All of them spoke about the atrocities that had been committed. There were some who did say that, yes, we did not go there, but our family was targeted after that. Even now we are scared because they might recognize a wall behind us, and probably as soon as the media goes away or as soon as the central forces go away, we might be targeted. So all the women gave the same story. I went to the tribal part of the village. I met the Dalits. I met people of every income group. And all of them had the same story, Shiv. I think this needs to be investigated, and fairly so.
And we're hoping that we, are going to continue to put pressure on a fair and free investigation, which is becoming less and less likely given what's going on over there. But Shweta, thanks very much, first of all, for making it to that village and getting us that ground report. You will see more of what Shweta saw a little later in the day. But I wanted to reflect what Shweta saw because she's our latest editor, getting in there to get you that ground, input of what's really happening. Shweta, thanks very much for that. Viewer, want to see two dogs hosting a podcast on a beach? I'm not crazy. It's something you can actually do because now generative AI or artificial intelligence isn't only restricted to text as you've probably been used to on ChatGPT and other apps for the last 6 months. But now a new vista, a new door opened in AI can animate a scene that you can think of in just seconds and produce it in actual high-definition video. OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, have just unveiled their new text-to-video model of AI called Sora, which can generate videos up to a minute long based on whatever prompt a user types into a text box. Just think about that for a second, and I'm going to demonstrate it for you. Not available yet to all of the public, but it will be very soon. The AI company's announcement has triggered a frenzy of reactions online. I can't wait to show you what it can do, but first, take a look at this sneak peek. Get ready for some mind-blowing news from the world of AI. OpenAI, the progenitors of ChatGPT that triggered an AI revolution online, has just unveiled their latest creation, and let me tell you, it's straight out of science fiction. Meet Sora. It's not just any AI, certainly nothing that you've been used to so far. It's a video magician. Imagine this. You give it a sentence in text, and it whips up a whole minute-long video clip, a movie clip based on what you've described. Crazy, right? Well, let's show you. Before we dive into the nitty-gritties, check out these AI-generated videos they've shown the world as a sampler. So what's the big deal with Sora? Well, picture this. You've got a fluffy monster chilling by a candle, or a stunning coral reef bursting with underwater life. Sora can bring these scenes to life all from a simple description. No tech necessary. But here's the kicker. Sora's not just for fun and games. OpenAI's Tim Brooks says it's a big step towards AI understanding our world better. It's like giving artificial intelligence a pair of supercharged glasses to see the world in HD. Now let's look under the hood. Sora's not, as you may have guessed, your average AI. It's got some serious brain power. Think of it like DALL-E's cool cousin who's into videos now. But instead of just doodling, Sora's mixing up pixels and frames to create movie magic. And get this, it's using something called transformers, like the ones from those mega AI models you've heard about. These transformers are like AI wizards, weaving together chunks of video to make sense of it all. It's like slicing and dicing a video into tasty little bites for Sora to munch on. Now, Sora's not perfect, as you may have guessed. Like any new tech, it's got some kinks to iron out. But dang, those sample videos look slick. OpenAI's playing it safe though. They're sharing Sora with a bunch of safety testers to make sure it doesn't cause any chaos in the real world. So what's next for Sora? Well, the sky's the limit theoretically. OpenAI is dreaming big, hoping to unleash Sora's creative powers to artists and filmmakers everywhere. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility, and there's always the risk of AI being misused. So there you have it, folks. Sora's the new kid on the block, and it's ready to shake things up. Stay tuned for more updates on this AI superstar. Bureau Report, India Today. I cannot tell you how excited the world is, and we certainly are here on India Today. But I, wish we had full access to the app. We don't have it just yet, but we did get our hands on some of those videos and some of those prompts. So we're going to give Sora, the new Open AI Vista into AI, a little bit of a spin now. Let's start with the first prompt, and here's us actually trying this out now, viewer. Number one, a close-up view of a glass sphere that has a Zen garden within it. There is a small dwarf in the sphere who's raking the Zen garden and creating patterns in the sand. Take it away, Sora. In under 27 seconds, this is what Sora has generated. In full high definition, a minute-long video of a little dwarf inside a glass sphere raking the garden and creating patterns in the sand. And this, viewer, let me remind you, is fully editable, it's fully downloadable, you can use it anywhere, and it took Sora from OpenAI under a minute to generate. Now let's try this again with another text prompt. A street-level tour through a futuristic city which, in harmony with nature and also simultaneously cyberpunk/high-tech. Take it away, Sora. Full motion video, full definition color, 27 seconds, viewer. This is what Sora has generated in response to that text prompt. This is real. This is not a prototype. This is an app that's going to be in our hands in a matter of just a few days or weeks. It's currently in the hands of just a few tech testers. This is what it is, viewer. Not even making this up. Okay, let's try it for a third time now because we can't get enough of Sora, clearly. A white and orange tabby cat is seen happily darting through a dense garden as if chasing something. Its eyes are wide and happy as it jogs forward, scanning the branches and flowers and leaves as it walks. The path is narrow as it makes its way between all the plants, and the scene is captured from a ground-level angle, following the cat closely, giving a low and intimate perspective. The image is cinematic with warm tones and a grainy texture. The scattered daylight between the leaves and plants above creates a warm contrast, accentuating the cat's orange fur. As you can see, viewer, you can add any amount of detail that you want, and Sora from OpenAI will interpret it, and it will figure out through AI how much detail it wishes to add in as accurate a manner as possible. Look how mesmerizing this video footage is. All of it artificially intelligent and generated by AI. It's incredible. This is not a real video, it's AI generated, and that's what this reality really is. I've given you just 3 examples. I can imagine that you're as mind-blown as we have been about this kind of technology. It's no longer text to text, it's now text to video. Audio AI is already there, but this truly is a new door that has opened. And the creative world, as you can imagine, is wide-eyed, watching the implications of Sora really come in. And I want to welcome onto my show to get an expert perspective on this, Nilanjan Das, who's the group creative editor for publishing with the India Today group. Nilanjan, welcome. One of the most well-known designers and creative heads in the industry. What do you think of Sora, Nilanjan, when you first saw it? I mean, us mere mortals are completely mind-blown by this. What's your first reaction?
AI has been here for last 2.5 years, and especially the jump in generative AI has really matched remarkable images, creating unbelievable clarity. But a lot of people are kind of struggling on video AI, creating text to video. I think OpenAI has created something which is next. It's like a program from future. The way it is creating videos, I have not seen anything like this before. Though there are a lot of other software like Runway, Stable Diffusion, but I think video-wise, I still think this is a remarkable breakthrough in generative AI, especially on the text to video. And I think this is just the beginning. We are looking at a totally new kind of breed of softwares, which an AI can create unbelievable videos, unbelievable images. And I think they have notched the game. And I think this is the new form of revolution in video generative AI.
Nilanjan, the day is probably not far when we'll probably see full films made with this kind of technology. You don't even need actors, you don't need anything.
Actually, you'll be surprised. A lot of international Hollywood studios are using AI as their backdrop, their VFX. So earlier, what used to happen, people used to shoot in a location. But with the green screen and AI generative real-time video generation, it is already been, now everything is shot in studio, like Mandalorian in Star Wars, everything is shot in studio. And it is unbelievable what's happening now. It's like I think it's a giant leap in the sense of you will see now a lot of those AI programs with video editing tools, and we will see a lot of interesting visuals, video visuals coming out of a lot of new companies, as well as I am looking forward from OpenAI when they allow us to kind of access the program.
You know, just to end this discussion, Nilanjan, all technology also has, a dark side. There will be those who will be waiting for such tech to use it for nefarious purposes, for manipulation, for fake news. During election season, we are also on our guard right now for misinformation. And such tech can also always have that kind of downside.
No, there is other solution for that. Actually, AI is a solution for that. Deep learning softwares are now doing fact check real time. So what the program does is when somebody is using or broadcasting a fake video, it real time catches and sends red flags to the editors or to the person who is doing it, the production team.
Yeah.
So I think AI itself will come with solutions, and we have solutions for those.
Okay, so we'll deal with all those dark side issues later, but right now, forgive us for being only 100% excited about Sora and all of those other wonderful things that you just mentioned, Nilanjan, and thank you for your time and sharing your perspective on this. The India Today group has always been on the cutting edge of embracing new innovations, and I can bet that Nilanjan and his team will be showing us the great things that they will be able to do with all these great new things that are opening up in the world of AI. Stay tuned always to India Today to know the latest of what's going on in this very, very exciting world of tech. Okay, moving on now to another story, probably the most viral story of the week, but sadly not one that was particularly happy. In fact, it was disgusting. It was a video of a pet dog being brutally punched and hit by a volunteer at a Vetic clinic in Thane near Mumbai just a few days ago. The poor, fluffy little animal was helpless, and it showed two staffers of the Vetic chain beating and punching this dog. The breed is apparently called a Chow Chow. A man who's filming the act was also seen landing blows on the helpless animal as it struggled. The viral video, as you can imagine, triggered huge anger and outrage on the internet against the individuals who've since been arrested, but also the company. After a police complaint, both accused were arrested. We are happy to report, however, that Tofu, that is the little animal's name in the video, is doing okay. He's had to be rehabilitated for a little while, but he's now doing okay. And I'm also pleased to tell you, for an update on the dog's well-being, on Tofu's well-being, we're joined by none other than the dog parent of Tofu, Varun Seth. He is Tofu's parent, and he's been kind enough to be with us today here on India Today. Varun, welcome. I'm so sorry, first of all, for what happened to your dog. Your dog has become a national hero for so many of us because everyone has felt so bad about what happened to poor little Tofu. Can you tell us, first of all, Varun, how is he doing right now? How is your dog doing right now?
He's doing well. He's with me. He's just very camera shy. So he's staying away from the cameras.
No worries. That's fine.
But he's doing better. He's doing well. He's having some trouble eating food because he got punched pretty badly on the face. And he's had some trouble with his walk as well, which we have started to notice. I think that is something that...
Varun, what happened? Can you take us through the whole sequence of events? What happened?
So on 7th February, I booked an appointment on the Vetic app for a bath and haircut for the Tofu. I went to the clinic at around 3:30, 3:45. drop him off at the clinic. And normally, even before this, I have taken Tofu for grooming sessions, and I stay for the entire grooming session. He's a very furry dog, so he takes about 2.5 to 3 hours for the entire grooming session. And normally, I do stay for the entire session. I make it a point to stay there. This time, I had my wedding on 12th February and 13th February, so obviously there were a lot of things that I had to do at my end. And the wedding staff was they also told me that they did not allow pet parents inside because pets can get dominating, aggressive, etc. So I was specifically asked to stay out of the grooming sector. Then after waiting for half an hour, then I thought I'll go and finish up my chores and pick him up a couple of hours later. When I went to pick him up at 7, seemed okay, just seemed very drained, very exhausted and very lethargic. At that point I thought maybe it is, the fact that he was standing for 3 hours, the fact that it's a long session, etc., that could have tired him out. But now I realize that it was more mentally drained than anything else. And then I came back home and the video went viral on 13th February. The afternoon of 13th February, I saw the video, a friend shared it with me on WhatsApp. And that is how I got to know about this incident. I was in the middle of my
These guys who beat Tofu, Varun, the guys who beat Tofu, they themselves posted that video online?
No, I got it from a friend of mine. I don't know how it became viral. I know that there are a lot of dog community pages posted it on Instagram, and that's how the post went viral. But I got the video through a WhatsApp forward from a friend of mine who was incessantly calling me to let me know about this. But unfortunately, I was in the middle of a wedding ritual at that time, so I couldn't pick up the call.
What next now, Varun? Because I'm a dog parent as well, and this kind of thing is truly troubling and disturbing, and it kind of confirms many people's worst fears about leaving your dog alone with other people. Are you following up on the police case? These two guys have been arrested now. Have the police said what action is going to be taken against them, and why were they doing this? Is there an explanation at all?
So why were they doing this? I met the two guys in jail, at the police station, sorry. And honestly, I could not find a single bit of remorse in their eyes. In fact, one of the guys, the lanky fellow who was actually hitting him, I think he's done this before to other pets as well. Regarding the police case, originally there was a non-cognizable offence, an NC, which was filed by Thane Municipal Corporation. And, PETA has gotten involved as well. So yesterday, PFA, PETA, a lot of organizations are involved. There was a lot of political pressure as well, obviously local MLA Pratap Sarnaik. So, a lot of those factors have actually helped, and cops have registered an FIR yesterday. Complaint has gone to from PETA. I had a clear discussion with PETA, and they told me that they have much better resources than I can provide, and they are much more aware about the matter, and they will ensure that the right course of law is taken, the right punishment is meted out for these perpetrators as well. So I was very happy to let them be the first complainants in this FIR.
How has it changed, how you view, being a dog parent and a dog owner, Varun? Because I can imagine after, seeing something like this, you probably never want to leave Tofu, alone with anyone else ever again.
Well, absolutely not. I think one thing's for sure, I'm getting a groomer at my home and getting him groomed, or I'm grooming him personally. I'm never taking him to another grooming session ever again. I think all of these pet care institutions, right, they should have a sense of responsibility, in the sense that they should hire people who are animal lovers. They should do thorough background verifications. They should have CCTV cameras installed. They should have right licenses and all those basic guidelines that are essential. Because at the end of the day, you are in a pet care industry. The basic foundation of it is the fact that people trust you with the lives of their pets, or the lives of their, in fact, not even pets, they're more like family to us. So, I would say they owe us a sense of responsibility in the fact that they should double check everything. They should ensure that, the benchmarks are set really high when it comes to quality standards, etc.
Has the company Vetic reached out to you? We did see their owner put out an apology message. have they reached out to you? Have they said anything to you? What does that look like, Varun?
No, absolutely not. I haven't really heard any from Betik yet. I've got one call from, I don't know, from a random person who claimed to be from Betik, asking me about the health of tofu. But that was it, and that was a brief 2-minute conversation. I haven't heard anything from Betik, honestly. In fact, when I went to pick up tofu on 7th, they convinced me to buy an additional 3-session pack. They sold me a couple of additional sessions for a certain amount of cost, which of course I'm never going to take in my life.
Yeah.
So it's been that, but I haven't heard anything from Betik yet.
The weird thing, Varun, about those who don't, I'm not differentiating here, but those who don't own dogs or own pets is that they don't understand when, people like you or people like me, I'm also a dog parent, like I said, seeing a video like this, is like seeing your own child being beaten. Am I exaggerating when I say that?
Absolutely not. They're as much a part of your family as anyone else is. In fact, the amount of love that they shower to you on a day-to-day basis, they're just such an important part, such an important member of your family.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. I think what has happened is recently there have been spate of incidents where we've seen street dogs being bullied by kids, stones being pelted on them, kids beating dogs with sticks. There was a very recent case very close to where I live where a society did not allow a pregnant female dog to deliver within the society complex. In fact, she died, in that process. There have been multiple incidents, which is why I think when Tofu's incident came to light, there was so much heartache within people and there was so much anger within people that it all came out on social media. I think if you look at the bigger picture, our animal protection laws have to be much more stricter. And, there have to be amendments made to the existing provisions so that criminals are deterred from, doing this. It's become more a trend. I see this teenagers trying to become famous, try to shoot videos like this. Even in this case, this was recorded with the intention of having fun, with the intention of putting it out on social media or sending it out to your friends, etc. So I think this is becoming a problem, for all of us.
And we will end by wishing Tofu the very best. All of us feel like we know little Tofu. We wish him the best of health. We hope he makes a full recovery physically and mentally. I'm sure he's also traumatized by what has happened, as are you. And Varun, congratulations on your wedding to you and your family. We wish you happiness with Tofu and onward. And thank you for your time and thank you for taking our questions here on India Today. Wishing you the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Shiv.
Thank you so much. All right, that's a wrap on 5 Live. Thanks so much for watching.